Welcome everyone to another fun, loving session of Weird One. We're so happy to have Adele Leas with us today. Welcome, dear.
Hi there, my friend. So happy to be here.
So are we? We're blessed by your presence. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm blessed not just to be with you all, but I'm here with two. We went for a big run before so everyone would be calm and be happy for a session. So Carmen is up here, and this is Shirako. Yeah. If his
Oh, Chiraco.
we'll hold the 14s to help with his snoring. So I feel happy and honored and thankful to be here with you all today. Um, just 2 days ago, it was a bit of a surprise, but we ended up being in Hurricane Sally. And so uh, the internet didn't come back until late yesterday, and I really wanted to be here with you all today. So I'm feeling blessed and thankful.
Thank you for making the time in the middle of all of this to be with us.
This is what matters. This is what helps, you know. So tell you what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about maybe the simplest way I know to balance spirit, mind, and body for both ourselves and our four-leggeds. Oh yeah, somehow just getting hands on them brings me to center. So let's start here, holding about a palm's distance up above our elbows. Lovingly, gently, take a moment and say hello to the beautiful essence that you are. And be the melting of your shoulders. I know so many of us are still at home these days, and you would think the time would be open, and yet I hear from everybody we're just as busy or busier than we've ever been. But right now, for this time together, let's not be busy. Let's just be. Without manipulating it or changing it, tune in to your natural rhythm of breath. And follow that exhale down the front of the body, letting go. A space at the bottom of being. And then when you're ready, receive up the back. Receive from the abundance, up the spine, up the neck, over the head, and let it wash down and become a blessed exhale. Now, if you don't have an animal in your life or you don't have one with you right now, then you can follow along and do this on yourselves. But it is so much fun to share Jin Shin Jutsu with the animals that I do encourage you. Go out and find somebody. You can find an animal in the neighborhood. There's probably a refuge nearby that would love you to come and volunteer. A neighbor's dog. And if you're ready for an animal and you can't find one, that's when you contact me and I will help you. And now, the way I normally start the work with the animals, one hand goes on the center of the shoulder blades, another hand comes up on the center of the breastbone. There is an energetic pull to both hands, but when we're working with the animals, we're not going to get too caught up with that because it's important that you be comfortable. And if you twist your body around in a funny position, you won't be comfortable. Your darling will pick up on that and they will shift around or move or leave. So you're just going to gently and lovingly sandwich this heart line, bust line with both hands. Now, again, if you're working on yourself, probably most comfortable to stay on the upper arms, just like Allie's doing. Almost all the sessions I share with animals, I start this way. It's like an invitation. It's like a gentle embrace that says, come and be with me. Let me be with this being in this gentle and loving art. Now, they may not all start out snoring just like this guy already is. But if you stay here gently, with no pressure in your hands, just an idea of how it feels like you're really connecting with them. Then, in a few moments, more or less, you'll watch them settle down. And if it's your animal and you practice it on a regular basis, then they're going to learn to come over and ask for this. You'll find that a nose will come and knock under your hand and say, Mommy, there's a thunderstorm. I need you to hold me. So here at the 10 and 13, safety energy lock 13, center of the breastbone, safety energy lock 10, center of the shoulder blade. Another thing we're discussing is that gentle exhale down the front of the body, down the belly, and inhale up the back. People often say, so how do you explain Jin Shin Jyutsu? Well, for me, it's always easier to share it than it is to talk about it. And with the animals, this is the way I share it and I have that conversation. So clearly, here we are at the bust line. And in Jin Shin Jyutsu, we think about the bust line as harmonizing everything to do with the spirit and everything to do with our feeling nature. And the animals are so good at teaching us about being simple. They remind us to put our hands into our fingertips and listen to the harmony of their bodies. And now I want to talk to you about a really simple, good stretch, a simple way to harmonize, to be with body, mind, and spirit on an animal who might not be quite this relaxed. So you can harmonize. Oh, that's a big snore. You can harmonize spirit, mind, body, all right here in the neck. So I'm going to leave one hand on 13, center of the breastbone. My free hand is coming up to the base of the spine, the occipital point. If you're doing this on yourself, just nod yes. And you feel where that movement is? That is safety energy lock 4. Another way to open the spirit and the bust line. Number 4, so special to share with the animals. It is the number of nature, 4 directions, 4 seasons. We talk about safety energy lock 4 is being that window, allowing in light and air, representing knowledge and consciousness. Harmonizing everything to do with spirit, harmonizing everything to do with our feeling nature. And you know, the animals don't monitor their feelings as much as we do. So if they're scared, you see them scared. And if they're happy, they're really happy. And the 4s help harmonize that. So if you get to share JIN SHIN JYUTSU with an animal who's gone through some trauma or who's been put into a shelter or been rehomed or something that maybe they don't understand what happened to them, holding the 4s and 13s, it's like a sacred way to meditate with them, allowing them to shed all that old baggage and be here now. And also, I always get a lot of questions. What about the thunderstorms? Holding the 4s, and sometimes I even hold it on top of the ears. And that's going to help those babies with those thunderstorm fears. I think it makes us really happy to share with the animals. And we feel like we can give them some of the joy they give us. But I think you'll be amazed at how good it makes you feel too. And Mary always says the next best thing to getting a session is giving one. And probably she meant giving one to an animal. And now we're going to shift down to the mind level, which it's right here, the center of the neck. So on ourselves, you've got the 4 up here at the base of the skull. About halfway down the neck, you're going to find safety energy lock 12. Now, the way I remember the 12 is that 4 was about saying yes. 12 can help with stubbornness. And it's, you feel the 12s when you say no. So when you shake your head back and you're stubborn, that talks about 12ness. So I'm going to slide down his neck, halfway down to the 12. Now, if you're working on yourself and it's not fun to have your arms up like that, Now you're going to just slide down to the 19 at the elbow, or even the 14 at the base of the ribs. You know, Jin Shin Jyutsu is really all about relationship. And so one of the primary ways that we look at this art is how are different levels related. Well, now we're talking about the mind level. Digestion of food and ideas. Safety Energy Lock 12 came into the universe, meaning not my will, but thy will. Surrender of the personal consciousness. So that's why we see it helps break down stubbornness. I work with a lot of animals who have maybe been through tough situations in the past, and so they get a little stuck in their ways. They found one thing that works and they're going to stick with it. And when I get in there and share sessions with them, sometimes you feel almost like a little tight ball on the 12s. And as you spend time loving those 12s, it's like you can have a conversation about really coming into more universal understanding. And then we're going to shift right on down to the 11s, right in here, about body consciousness, helping the body level. Now, on us, the 11s are these big, stubborn things up here. Yeah, they can get, as we get tense, they do that so that your 11s meet your 12s. And that's why Mary is always saying, be the melting of your shoulders. On the animals, they don't hold on to things the same way. And their 11s actually slope down, letting them let go of excess baggage. On the body level, we see that at the 2 or right in here at the 15. And you know, since they can't use our language to tell us how they're feeling, learning to tune into them and their energy, getting your angels used to having you work on them so that you can perceive when something is stuck or not in flow. It is such a godsend. And you know, everything in our world comes from energy, and energy manifests as spirit, mind, or body. So, one thing I love about sharing this with the animals is that I can take my hands, come in on either side of the neck, and I am holding 4, 12, 11. gently and lovingly helping them to balance body, mind, and spirit. There's a flow very similar to this that Mary Burmeister talks about and says that it is the flow that really turned her life around and kept her on the planet. And she says the more complicated the issue, the simpler the solution. So for dogs or cats, I thought my cat was going to come today. She's under the bed. She loves Jin Shin Jyutsu. She doesn't like the camera. But when I want to start with somebody who might not be ready to lie down, stretch out, and allow me to move from place to place, I can get in there. I can scratch and rub, and then let my hands slow down till I am holding body, mind, and spirit master switches. And then your hands can wait and calm down till you really feel that, that rhythm of this being's energy right in your hands. And you know, when you share Jin Shin Jyutsu with an animal, I think it opens up our bond and our connection to them in a way that nothing else I've ever found can do. It is such a rich experience for you both. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Um, you didn't get many reactions from him, so I can't tell you what the changes are today. But I do know it makes for healthy, happy puppies and other animals.
And we get to harmonize ourselves being the jumper cable, right?
And just being near them, I think, helps us harmonize. And then you feel it in your hands, and it just takes it to a whole new level, I think.
It does. Adele, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing the art with beautiful Shirako.
So much my pleasure. Thank you.
And thank you everyone watching at home, live or on YouTube. We'll be back on Monday with We Are One. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Take good care of yourself. Be the fun with your hands.
Much love. Bye.